Have you ever wondered why you can understand so many English words, watch movies, read subtitles, and even enjoy English music, but when it's time to speak, your mind freezes and you start translating everything from your own language? You think in your mother tongue first, then try to find the English words, then you hesitate, and finally you speak. By the time you finish your sentence, the other person is already waiting, sometimes even confused. If this has happened to you, you are not alone. Millions of learners around the world go through this exact same struggle. But here is the truth. The biggest mistake you are making is thinking in your own language and translating into English. That habit is the #1 reason you are not fluent yet. But don't worry, because today I'm going to show you step by step how to break that habit, how to reprogram your brain, and how to finally start thinking directly in English. No more translation. No more hesitation. No more awkward pauses. Just pure, natural, confident English flowing straight from your thoughts to your speech. And the best part, you don't need any expensive teacher, you don't need to live abroad, and you don't need to memorize a million grammar rules. You can start right where you are, with the simple techniques I am about to share. By the end of this lesson, you will know exactly how to practice what to say, and how to create an English mind inside your own head. So stay with me, because this lesson could be the turning point in your English journey. Now let's begin. Think about this. Why do you translate? The answer is simple. Your brain is comfortable in your native language. Since childhood, every thought, every feeling, every plan, every memory has been stored in your own language. So naturally, when you want to express something in English, your brain first goes to your comfortable zone, your mother tongue. But here's the problem. Translation takes time. It slows down your fluency, it creates grammar mistakes, and it makes your English sound unnatural. For example, in many Asian languages you say something like, my age is 25 years. But in natural English, people say, I am 25 years old. If you keep translating word by word, you will always sound a little strange. And sometimes, translation doesn't even work. Imagine someone saying, it's raining cats and dogs. If you translate this literally, it makes no sense. But in English, it simply means it's raining heavily. That is why translation is a trap. As long as you keep translating, you will always be one step behind real fluency. So what's the solution? The solution is to build a new habit, thinking directly in English. At first, it feels strange, even impossible, but with the right exercises, your brain will adapt surprisingly fast. Let's start small. Right now, wherever you are, look around you. Do you see a table? A chair? A phone? A book? A window? Instead of thinking, ye mera phone hi, and then translating into this is my phone, try to cut out your native language completely. Just look at the object and directly think in English, this is my phone. When you see your book, think, this is my book. When you look at the window, think, the window is open. This is the very first step. Train your brain to associate objects directly with English words. It's like rewiring your mental connections. The more you do this, the less you will depend on translation. Here's a simple daily exercise. Every morning, choose 5 objects around you and say their names in English. Do this for 30 days. You will be shocked to see how your brain starts using English naturally for those objects. And once your brain gets comfortable, you can expand to actions. For example, when you drink water, don't think in your language, main pani pi raha hoon, and then translate. Just directly think, I am drinking water. When you are walking, think, I am walking to school. When you are eating, think, I am eating rice. These simple sentences may look small, but they are powerful. Because every time you choose English first, you are creating new pathways in your brain. And over time, English will stop being a foreign language and start becoming your thinking language. Now, let's talk about the inner voice. We all have an inner voice, that little voice inside your head that talks to you when you are alone. Usually, it speaks in your native language. That's normal. But if you want to become fluent in English, you need to switch that inner voice into English. Think of it like changing the default setting of your brain. For example, instead of thinking, Abhi main video dek raha hoon, change it to now, I am watching a video. Instead of mui bhuk lagi hai, change it to I am hungry. At first, it feels unnatural, but remember, nobody can hear your thoughts. This is your private practice lab. You can make mistakes, you can experiment, and you can practice anytime, anywhere, without fear. The more you let your inner voice speak in English, the faster you will start thinking in English naturally. Listening also plays a huge role. Your brain can only think in a language it hears regularly. So if you want to think in English, you must listen to English daily. Watch English shows, listen to podcasts, or even short YouTube videos. But don't just watch passively. Use the shadowing technique. Repeat short phrases immediately after the speaker. For example, if you hear, "Nice to meet you," instantly repeat, "Nice to meet you." If you hear, "See you later," repeat, "See you later." This simple practice connects meaning directly in English, so your brain doesn't have time to translate. Instead, it hears, understands, and repeats naturally. Now, let's go deeper. Many learners make the mistake of memorizing single words, but real conversations are not built from words alone. They are built from phrases. So, instead of learning the word interested, learn the phrase interested in. For example, I am interested in learning English. Another important tip, avoid word-by-word translation, especially with idioms and expressions. English has many phrases that don't translate literally. For example, break a leg doesn't mean to actually break your leg, it means good luck. It's not my cup of tea doesn't mean tea, it means it's not something I enjoy. When you learn these phrases as a whole, you stop translating and start thinking like a native speaker. Now imagine practicing in real life. Let's say you are in the kitchen. Instead of thinking, "Main chai bana raha hoon," and then translating, directly think, "I am making tea." If you are on a bus, think, "The bus is crowded today." If you are at the office, think, "I have a meeting at 3 p.m. If you are at school, think, "The teacher is explaining the lesson." Every time you do this, you are teaching your brain to connect English with real-life situations. This is powerful because you are not just memorizing, you are living in English. Another fantastic practice is storytelling. At the end of your day, tell yourself a short story in English about what you did. For example, yesterday I woke up early. I brushed my teeth. Then I went to the market. I bought some fruits. Later I met my friend and we had lunch together. At first, keep the story simple. Later, add more details. The market was very crowded. I bought apples, bananas, and some vegetables. My friend was waiting at the cafe, and we talked for 1 hour. Storytelling trains your brain to build longer sentences and connect ideas in English. Don't stop with the present or the past. Also think about the future in English. Plan your next day in English. For example, tomorrow I will call my friend. Next week I am going to visit my uncle. In the evening I will watch a movie. By doing this, you are preparing your brain to handle conversations about any time, past, present, and future. Now, let's address something important, confidence. Many learners feel shy or embarrassed about their English. But remember this, when you think in English, nobody can hear you. It's 100% safe. You can make as many mistakes as you want inside your mind, and nobody will judge you. This means you can practice freely, without fear. And the more you practice, the more confident you will become when it's time to speak with real people. Here's a sample daily routine you can follow. In the morning, look at 5 objects around you and describe them in English. The window is open. The sun is bright. My phone is on the table. In the afternoon, when eating lunch, describe the food. The rice is hot. The chicken tastes good. The juice is cold. In the evening, plan your tasks. After dinner, I will study English for 20 minutes. Later, I will call my friend. At night, tell yourself a short story about your day. Today, I learned something new. I practiced English for 15 minutes. I feel happy about my progress. If you do this every day, even for just 10 minutes, your brain will start shifting automatically to English thinking. For advanced practice, try shadow conversations. Pretend you are in a situation, like at a restaurant. Imagine the full dialogue in English. For example, "You, hello, can I see the menu please?" Waiter, "Of course, here you go." "You, thank you. I would like some soup." Even if you don't have a partner, you can play both roles. This exercise prepares you for real conversations and makes you comfortable with dialogue. Finally, remember this, thinking in English is not magic. It's a skill. And like any skill, playing the guitar, driving a car, or cooking, it takes daily practice. At first, it may feel slow, but with consistency, you will notice something incredible. Words will come to your mind automatically, sentences will form naturally, and your fluency will rise without you even realizing it. The key is to stop translating and start living in English. Practice daily, even if it's just 5 minutes. Over time, you will become the kind of English speaker you always dreamed of being. So, starting today, make a decision. For the next 7 days, practice thinking in English every single day. Describe what you see, what you do, what you feel, and what you plan. And when you do this consistently, you will see a transformation in your fluency. Remember, fluency is not about knowing every word in the dictionary. Fluency is about thinking directly in English, without translation, and expressing your thoughts clearly and confidently. Thank you so much for joining me in this lesson. If you found it helpful, remember to practice these techniques daily, and don't forget to like this video.